Hello everyone, BMS here, and this is the last video for Let's Play Battle Clash. This time I'm going to be going through and showing off various extra items that you can get, such as the plasma bomb, the homing laser, and the V-system. There's actually two more, but damned if I know how to get them, so we'll come back to that later when we get there. I'm also going to be showing off a couple of the stages that change over time and how that affects the battle that you're on. So, without further ado, let's go to our first boss that gives us an item. And that is the Scarab. Now, he doesn't give us a very good item, but he gives us one nonetheless, so why nitpick? Now, there's a couple of things about collecting items in this game that you need to know. Mainly is that there are requirements that you have to meet during the actual battle in order for the boss to give you an item. What most of these requirements revolve around is your battle time. And I've found that as long as you have at least 2 minutes up on the clock when you beat the boss, then that should be good enough for any of the time requirements for any of the bosses. The other one that they like to throw at you, or at least they do me, it may not be universal here, but this is just going off my experience, is that if you have any other items in your inventory other than the one bomb that you're given, that you can see here, then the boss that you beat won't have, they won't give you an item. Now, if you use the item during the boss battle, just as long as you don't have more than one bomb in your inventory when you beat the boss, then you're good. But if you have an extra, say, plasma bomb or a homing laser when you beat them, no item for you. Now, I mentioned at the start of this that there were two items that I couldn't collect. There's the plasma bomb, the homing laser, and the V-system. All those I can get fine, no problem. Know how to get them too. The ones that I can't get that are in the game are the shield and the cursor. Now what the shield does is, well, pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It gives you shield and makes you invulnerable to any attack, and it lasts for a certain amount of time, about as long as the V-system does. And what the cursor does, is that it, well, pretty much does what the emulator does here. It gives you a little cursor on the screen so you can see where you're aiming. Not very useful for emulator play, but on the system it comes in quite handy, as you can imagine. Especially when you consider the fact that in order to aim, you have to move this frickin' huge plastic bazooka around. Yeah, it gets interesting. And that's it for the items. Here's an interesting little tidbit for you. Most of the bosses can't survive having all their body parts blown off, but this is the one exception. And by God, being the sadistic motherfucker that I am, I did it anyway. Love that. Which, I actually love that aspect of this game. Anyway, as you can see, we made the battle last over 2 minutes, don't have any items in our inventory, and he gives us an extra bomb. Wow! Like I say, not very worthwhile to get that, but it is an extra item, so why the fuck not, right? Also, yes, this does count as an extra item in the requirement aspect of it. In other words, if you have 2 bombs in your inventory when you beat this guy, he won't give you his item, which this is one of the new items, so let's go ahead and skip ahead to the battle here. Actually, we're already about ready to start this thing here. There's a couple of interesting things about this boss. Like I said, you can destroy his body parts. In normal play, it's not really worthwhile to do this, but if you shoot his shoulder pads there, his arms won't fly off, and if you destroy them, then you'll destroy the arm. Simple. And his legs, if he will ever do this attack, right there. If you can hit the knee joint where he shoots that crap out of with a fully charged energy bolt, his leg will be destroyed. And if you can destroy one leg and one arm, which I should do right there, that will nullify any attack that he can do except for one, which he does it quite rarely, as you can see if he will ever show that off. There we go. He shoots out 3 shots from his boobs and his crotch. Nifty, right? Yeah. And he's limited to that attack. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's skip ahead to 2 minutes into the battle. Okay, well, maybe 1:45. This is the one boss that you don't have to go the full 2 minutes on, but still, 2 minutes is the good rule, the magic number. And with that out of the way, come on now, we get the plasma bomb, which is supposed to be the most powerful item in the game, and yeah, I guess in terms of damage done, it is technically, but still, I much prefer the V-system or the homing laser over this one. But you'll see why. Here we are. In the Andes. The fresh mountain air, the huge white peaks in the back, and this crazy bitch that's about to jump off the top again. Alright. This is actually a twofer. See, this is me, giving you more for your buck right here. Not only do we get an extra item, but this is also one of the stages that changes over time. So I'm going to go ahead and wait till a minute 10, and then the stage should change. And one incredibly cheap transition later, and we've hit the bottom. And this is actually where it changes back to the traditional side-to-side battle. Even on the normal mode, her attack pattern becomes a lot more aggressive and shit. Go ahead and test our plasma bomb off there. As you can see, it's a lot bigger than a normal bomb, but as for doing any extra damage, it does a little bit. This is where she becomes pretty much into her Samus mode. She's got her double jump there, which I think she's invulnerable whenever she jumps like that right there, because I haven't managed to hit her yet anyway. And even, like I say, even on the normal mode, she gets tough as hell here. She attacks a lot quicker, and yeah, it's kind of a pain in the ass, but it shouldn't last this long anyway, so don't fret. I thought this was a nice gimmick that they added in, having the type of battle change over time, the battleground. It's not much, but if you look back, damn, it did a lot of damage. But if you look back to when this was created, it was kind of nifty. I know games today put it to shame, but still, we're talking about an old 1991 Super Scope game, so yeah, this was pretty cool back then, especially to a little kid like me. Anyway, with 2 minutes on the clock, we got the homing laser. The ST Artemis had the homing laser. Select the homing laser to use the homing laser. Yeah, that's about the most detailed explanation this game gives you regarding anything, is how to use items, oddly enough. This guy doesn't have anything. If you take 2 minutes to beat him and you don't have any items, he gives you another plasma bomb. So let's go ahead and skip ahead to Ivan. Hey look, it's everybody's favorite Russian! Aww, you know that's so sad. Anyway, we've all seen this before. I just wanted to show it again to kind of drive the point home. This is where you get the V system. In fact, it's pretty much impossible not to get it here, actually. Your time or any of that other bullshit doesn't matter. The only way that you won't get the V system is if you have another item in your inventory, which, yeah, throw that shit away. You don't want that. You want the V system. Trust me. Fuck that other shit. The V system is actually useful and totally worth the lack of effort required to get it. As you can see here, what the V system does is, although one of the effects doesn't work so well on this guy, but it gives you a shield, makes you invulnerable, powers up your main weapon to where one fully charged shot will instantly destroy any body part that you want to blow off. Yeah, and what it's supposed to do, I don't know what the fuck he's doing here. He glitched out for some reason because I used the system on him and blew off all his parts except one. I don't know. But anyway, regardless, the effect that's supposed to happen is that it's supposed to center the enemy ST on your screen and keep them stationary so they don't move around or any of that other shit. It doesn't work on this guy, obviously, but it also glitches him out, so I guess it's a fair trade. Yeah. One drawback is that it drains your energy all the way down to the point that you see there, to where it's flashing, your danger zone, but that should be more than enough time to kill pretty much anything that you're able to use it on here. As you can see, this is one of the stages that I mentioned before that the battle changes. We've reached the top of the orbital elevator there. There's the Earth in the background. Wow. Yeah, that's really something else. It gives this boss an extra attack if he still has his body parts on, which, unfortunately, I blew them off already. My bad. He can create 3 copies of himself on the screen, and they'll each fire at you. The only way to stop it is to shoot the real one. Yeah. With a fully charged energy shot, which it's pretty much guessing, so... But that's where the bomb comes in handy, right? Of course. Anyway, yeah, drag the battle out to a minute 40. Like Lorca, you don't have to go the full 2 minutes, but still, better safe than sorry. I'm just being reckless here, you know. That's what I do. And he gives you a homing laser. They're rather redundant with their items in this game, but, oh well, that's no biggie. And that does it for all the special items that I can show off. There is one other thing that I'm going to show you right quick with Baron. Mainly because I kind of bitch-killed him. I looped him during the main LP. If you destroy his gun, like you see here, then he will throw his shield at you, like you see there, which... Why exactly he would throw the only indestructible part that he has at you, you know, get rid of it, no, I don't know. He's weird. Anyway, that's pretty much it, and also once you destroy his gun and he throws his shield at you, all he'll ever do is fire his turbo shots like that until you get him down to the critical stage, which he actually has a desperation move, which I'm going to show off here. Also, if you blow off both of his legs and those antenna rods on the back there, then he'll fall to the ground and he won't be able to move either direction. I'm pretty sure this is where you get the shield item from, although I'm not exactly certain at all how you're supposed to get it, because, yeah, I really have no idea. Anyway, here's his desperation move. Once you get him down to the critical stage, he'll charge up his energy like that. It drains his life down to where he's just got a sliver left, but damn if it doesn't hurt if it actually connects. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, if any of you know how to get the extra items, be sure. Please, let me know, because I have no fucking clue. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this LP of Battle Clash. More than that, I hope you'll at least try it for yourself, because it's definitely worth the time it takes to try it. Also, as per your votes, the name of our courageous gunner in Metal Combat Falcon's Revenge will be JB. So, stay tuned for Let's Play Metal Combat Falcon's Revenge. Yeah, I fucking love the V system.